Hey Trey.
What up, Keeks?
Come in here. Get in here.
Tip in here.
And welcome to the Lit Room.
The Lit Room.
Hey y'all. So welcome. If it's your first time, welcome. We are the Lit Room podcast. And if you are coming back, thank you. Welcome back. What's going on with you lately?
Nothing. Quarantine. New life. New life in quarantine. New normal.
And so I think it's just time that we get into our entertainment. Let's head on over, and right now it's time for the Red Light Special.
It is this show. We're gonna give it to Adele. Her IG, pretty much everybody should know this. Her IG is Adele, so ADELE. It's Adele.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I give this to her, first of all, I didn't realize like a lot of the celebrities, and I think you pointed this out to me, that has like the one names, like Beyonce and just Adele. They don't follow people. Like they don't follow anybody.
They don't need to follow.
They don't need to follow anyone. But I just was like, oh my gosh, she has so many followers, and then I'm like, who is she following? She's following no one. But that's fine. She can do that. She can absolutely do that. I know everybody saw her new bod, which is amazing. I think she was pretty before.
She was.
Because I don't body shame anybody.
Was.
So, you know, she was big when she was thickums. Mm-hmm. She's cute and beautiful, being small. But love Adele. Like, love her. Like, I love that she's so cool, and she was like one of those people at first, like, you thought like, oh, she can sing so well, and she's not really, maybe she's just like kind of standoffish or whatever, but like, I love when she did the car karaoke.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like, I love that when she does come into the spotlight, she shows her personality. Yeah. And I think like all artists should be like that, mm-hmm. You know. Show your personality. We really want to know who you are.
Right.
But what's your favorite Adele song?
See, I listen to everything.
I know.
All the time.
Okay.
But I have all of her albums. Like,
okay. What's like if we was to play one right now, like you go somewhere?
Oh no! Like this Keeks right now, like "Send My Love to Your New Lover."
Oh, I like that one.
I love me a good rolling in the deep though, because baby, that part when they start clapping.
You just caught it.
There's a Holy Spirit that catches. I said, oh, Adele. She found the Lord.
She felt it.
But fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
She has 15 Grammys. That's why she don't follow nobody. No, that's not why. But. She has 15 Grammys.
But
like,
she's like one of those people, she's like a Meryl Streep kind of sort of, in the sense.
She's humble, but like she's a bad.
Yeah, like, I mean, and no shaming anybody else who got a Grammy, and this is not us trying to like pick a fight who got more Grammys than who, this and that, but what I'm saying is, she gets on the track or she does a song, she's going to be nominated. Mm-hmm. It's just like Meryl Streep. Like Meryl Streep getting the movie, she's going to be nominated. So I just feel like she's just one of those types of artists. Like it's gonna give you something. It's gonna give you something. I like the song, and I don't. Is it called "Set Fire to the Rain"?
Fire to the rain.
Fire to the rain. Mm-hmm. I like that because it's like she kind of like
set fire. We're gonna.
Oh please.
But I set fire to the rain. What? Oh, it's literally called "Set Fire to the Rain."
It is?
Yes.
Okay, "Set Fire to the Rain." I like this song because it's like she go up and up.
I thought it was shorter.
Up and up.
I thought the title was shorter for some reason. I thought it was
something
"Set
else.
Fire," and then I thought it was "Fire to the Rain."
I like that.
It's "Set Fire to the Rain."
Saying, I love Adele. We love you, Adele.
We love you, Adele. Thank you for being our Red Light Special shout out.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's time time to get into our topic of the day. Our TOT. Topic of the day.
T-O-T. T-O-T.
We left out a T, but it don't matter because it's topic of the day.
Topic of the day.
So our topic of the day is...
Can men and women be friends?
Simply platonic. And I don't think you meant... Should we be specific? Like, are you saying, like, heterosexual or...
I'm saying strictly...
In general, like a man and a woman.
I'm saying strictly heterosexual. Okay, we can say heterosexual. We can even say if they were both bisexual.
Okay.
But it can't be like someone's gay and someone's straight, or someone's...
That's our dynamic. That's
why
this works.
Someone's something and someone's something. Like, it has to be where...
Y'all are on the same, like, pay, like...
It has to be something where
you're attracted to that.
You're attracted to them in a sexual... Lusty way. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, you're gonna...
It's gonna happen. Oh, gosh.
Do. So, yeah.
So, he wanted to talk. Let's talk. Because he brought this up. That's why I am.
No, the only reason why I brought it up because, like, I was just sitting there thinking, I'm like, there's so many dynamics to that. Like, okay, someone brought up, I don't be want to say names. Lord, jeez on me.
You gonna have to get a nickname.
Okay. So I have a friend named Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki is married to David.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki and David are together. David has a friend, Ashley, who he says is his friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his friend, and it was been his friend since before Nikki came along, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but Nikki and David are now married, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, does that kind of change the rules a bit? Because, like, they're married, but then you got this friend on the side, and then another thing on top of that.
Ooh, wait, can I catch the first three?
Okay.
It's Nikki, David, and who?
Nikki, David, and Ashley. Ashley.
So Nikki can't be friends with Ashley, or David can't?
David and Ashley are friends.
Oh, okay. You brought up Nikki first. Oh, Nikki's the one who told you the situation.
Yes.
Okay, got you. Now, add your other thing. Add it.
What's the other thing?
I'm there. You said it now. There's another thing.
Okay.
Like, hold on.
The other thing is they're married. Nikki and David are married.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki is the one that came to me.
Right.
Nikki and David are married.
Right.
Ashley, yes, she's been here before Nikki, and she said that her and David are friends. Like, sis, but catch this.
Okay.
You gotta catch it.
Catching.
Ashley didn't come to the wedding. But that's supposed to be her friend. I'm not going to say best friend, but that's supposed to be her friend, right? And then you add on top of that, Ashley is a single woman. And David is a married man.
Okay, with that being said, is that supposed to make somebody feel some type of way, though? Because you didn't come to the wedding, but y'all said that y'all were friends? Okay, here's when over analytical Keeks comes in.
Come on, come with it. Teach us.
So, here's the pro to this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could have been a situation where he said, David? David and Ashley had the discussion of, like, you know, I don't want anybody to feel any type of way, like, like, I don't want Nikki to feel any type of way if she already feels the way she feels, so it's best that you don't come. And was it that she didn't get invited?
But see, and this is
why we're
best friends, because I asked that question. I said, you know,
So I have to pause my theory because
did
she
you
get invited?
Yes.
So she got invited.
She got an invite.
Did she decide on her own not to come, or was there a conversation
That's
had?
what I asked. I was like, did David tell her not to come because y'all don't probably had a situation? She said that no, it's never been a situation. Like, you know, she seemed like she cool.
Has always been cool with. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she was like, you know, it gets to a point where, you know, sometimes your mind wonders about certain things because it's like, this is a single, she's single, like, mind you, she's single, but no. Okay, hold on. She's single. Mm-hmm. David married. I get it's your friend. But if we are like, you know, we in the bed. I don't know if they can still see me. But we're in the bed.
Oh, other way.
we're in the bed. We're whatever. Mm-hmm. And now the phone rings. Mm-hmm. It's Ashley. Mm-hmm. And this is late at night. Mm-hmm.
But are they talking?
Why are
like, do we have a conversation? Or do we have a conversation?
Me and you.
No. I'm talking about when Ashley calls. Okay, you David, right?
I'm David.
I'm Nikki.
You're Nikki.
When Ashley calls, is Ashley our friend enough to where
we can say, hey,
what you doing? Or is
you
it like...
think that, but David ignored.
Okay, see, that's where it gets a little...
That's where it gets...
Can I interject?
Go ahead.
Because I feel like I've had this conversation with... I don't know if I can say... Is someone an ex if you don't actually, like, make it official?
That's a different topic.
That's a different topic. Anyway, for now, we're going to say an ex. We're going to say an ex for right now, okay? So... there was an argument being had that the reason why, or not the reason why, okay, it kind of goes with this. We're not married by no means, by any means, but I had a friend outside of the relationship, and he had friends outside of the relationship. Okay. But our friends are here way before you and me, right? So you decide that you don't like or care for this friend because you know something has gone on between me and this friend. But now I'm telling you that, like, and I absolutely mean this, that him and I are just friends, right? But that doesn't sit too well with you. But so now that we've had this conversation, and I say, well, dang, this might make him feel uncomfortable. So I'm not going to answer the phone when this person calls. So I don't answer the phone when this person calls. This is why I hit ignore, because you let me know that you're uncomfortable with said friend. So your argument to me is, well, no, answer the phone because y'all are just friends.
That's how that's
how Nikki
feels like we're in a bed. And I was like, well, wait, was it like an inappropriate time of the day? Okay. Now, and I try to put myself in other people's shoes, which I really can't, because I feel like I can call you any time of the night. Like, especially if it's an emergency or something like that, like, I'm going to call you. But, like, my question was, like, was it, like, 2 o'clock in the morning or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it booty call out?
Was it?
And she said no. She said, but she was like, you know, it was bedtime. Like, she was like, I think she said it was like around 11 something. But she said what bothered her was like, if this your friend, like, answer the phone.
But here's okay. Let's go back to the situation that I had. Would it make her feel some type of way had he answered the phone and walked away?
See, now I didn't ask that question, but I feel like she probably wouldn't have said nothing.
Or if he would have answered the phone and just made it short, like
hey,
not oh my gosh, what's the word? I don't know why I can't speak English today. Not exaggeratingly short, like not like, oh hey, like not weirdly short. Like, don't be weird on the phone, but just made it like, oh, what's up? Like, me and such and such is just chilling, or like, oh, what's up? I ain't doing nothing, but I'm gonna hit you back tomorrow, or let me just talk to you tomorrow, or what you doing? And if she ain't talking about nothing, then like just cut it off, like end the conversation. Would that have made her feel some type of way?
I think that would have been cool. I think that's acceptable. Like, oh, nothing, I'm just here with Nikki.
So now we have an argument here. We have an issue because me as the person who had the friend, and here's how I feel in my situations. Mm-hmm. Actually, all of my situations. Like, you're not gonna tell me. They're married, so at the end of the day, it's a totally different situation anyway. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But for me, and I don't know if this is for you too, if my friends have been here longer than you, mm-hmm. and regardless of if anything had happened, if it did, it happened a long time ago. Or if it didn't, whatever. But I don't like when people get into relationships and they're like, well, I don't want you talking to such and such anymore. Yeah, I don't want you talking to da-da-da-da-da. Or I know that y'all did something, so I don't feel comfortable with you talking. You could tell me you feel uncomfortable, so I'm going to make this try to work comfortably. Right. I'm not going to answer the phone for somebody who you told me you were uncomfortable with me being in. So I get the whole fact of like, you may think that if I do it behind your back, then you feel like it becomes a trust issue then. But if I'm doing it, I'm not doing it behind your back. I'm doing it not in our space together because you feel like I'm hurting your feelings if I do it in front of you. So I feel like I want to respect you, and I'm being
respectful.
Yeah, I'm still trying to make it work for the both of us.
I get that part, but knowing Nikki, like, and I just think that she's just trying to be like. She's just trying to be cool about the situation. Like, she don't, like, her and the girl, like, never got into an argument. Like, the girl ain't never, like, did nothing that was just inappropriate. It's just, like, certain things.
She's finding, like,
Right. And she said, she said when he didn't answer the phone, yes, it kind of did start a little rift. Because she was like, I told him, you could have just, she was like, and she feels the same way you do. Like, I have friends. She was like, it may not be a male friend. She said, even if it's just a female friend saying, calling me, like, I'm going to answer the phone because something might be going on. Mm-hmm. But if ain't nothing going on, girl, I'm just sitting here with David. Let me just talk to you tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Whatever. And then they have to respect that and get off the phone because, again, you are married, right? So I get what she's saying in that point because if this your friend, answer the phone. But you still got that masculine, I don't know what's the word.
Alpha male? What's going on? Like
guys, and I'm a guy, so I can't but I feel like sometimes guys they do think differently. And when she told me what she said that she said to him, why didn't you answer the phone? I was like, I know immediately he got defensive. And she said, yeah, he did. And I was like, it's because most of the time guys, we don't see certain things being a big deal. But we don't.
But y'all don't think the same way.
But that's what I'm saying. Guys don't think the same way. And it's like, sometimes you have to train a guy to think on the level to say, put yourself in my situation. You know what I'm saying? Put yourself in my situation, because if it was the other way around, he probably threw the phone across the room. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, why did he call him? Whatever. So I was like, sometimes you have to this and that. But I think, I don't know, do you think the situation is it different
if you're married?
If you're married, yeah. So that was one of the aspects that I thought about, because she had said this to me, and that's why I brought it up. Because I was asking her, I was like, okay, so what if you was just the girlfriend? Which she was the girlfriend, right? She was the
Ashley and him knew each other.
Right. She still was the girlfriend, but she was like, and she let it be known, it was. She said literally, they were just kind of a friends with benefits type of situation, and then
Ashley and David,
Nikki and David.
Okay.
Ashley, from her understanding and from her knowledge, Ashley and David have never had sex. They've never had any type of intimacy.
As far as she knows.
As far as she knows.
Okay, we'll believe them.
And she said, and we just don't believe it. She said, you know, she said, I'm a firm believer in what's in the dark gonna come to light. So she said they both said no. Mm-hmm. We gonna believe that. But she said if it come out, then she said there's gonna be a whole nother situation. Cause she was like, y'all been lying to me this whole time, you know, and you know, whatever. But she said it was a little bit different because I wasn't his friend, but she was like, you know, when they would go around or go back when outside was open, when they would go to places or whatever like that, like she would see him and his friends, and actually that's what she said she used to always think like it was his sister or cousin or something like that. And then she was like, one day she just asked him, and she was like, no, he said, Ashley, she's the homie. Like, she, you know, she's been around, she, you know. But then that's another thing. But, you know, and then, you know, a lot of females, I know a lot of girls who they don't hang around a lot of girls.
Let me tell you why though. I don't. This is different, and I hope and pray to God that like I can get like a women panel on here someday because,
absolutely.
And let's just talk, like be real with each other because I've never really had a lot of friends who were girls because a lot of girls, from what I perceived, they didn't like me. They always, like, literally when I was a little girl, like, I was made fun of, or I was bullied, or it just stopped. Does this mean that there's nothing? Is recording? So, I was bullied, I was made fun of, like, that girl thinks she's pretty, or that girl thinks that, like, she's all that, or, like, that one that always stood out to me was, like, you think you all that, but this is, like, back in 1990, such and such, so that's what they always use. For you chillins out here right now, that meant
Generation
she thinks she lit, or she thinks she cute, or da-da-da-da, that's what that meant. But I don't know, like, even you now, like, I've never been the type of female or the type of person to, like, walk around like I know I'm cute. Like I've never tried to cause attention to myself.
I think that's what makes you cute, because you don't do that.
I don't do anything. Like I literally just live in the moment. Like I'm there. So I don't know. So I mean that's the reason why I didn't really ever have a lot of girlfriends. And the friends that are females that I do have, we're all freaking weird. And I love them because they're weird like me. So like we are. Like we're weird. Like we're not your normal females. Like we run races. We run for 15 miles on foot and jump over obstacles. Like I have another friend, like we just dance all the time. Like we like another friend, like we act, like we just do random things. Like those are the type of girls that are like really cool, and none of us have inhumane reputations. Like everybody, they're genuinely good women and good girls. So like, I don't know, I'm blessed to have the people in my life, the friends in my life that I have. Now I do, and my mother always told me like, them boys, they talk just as much as them females, if not worse. So I don't have a lot of friends, period. But I do tend to hang out more with those of the opposite sex, but they're not necessarily like, a lot of them aren't necessarily my best friends. You're not gonna catch me in a cigar bar with a whole bunch of them. I'm not gonna do it.
With a whole bunch of dudes?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go anywhere with a whole bunch of dudes. Like,
right.
Just because I was taught better. Like, I wouldn't be sitting in here with a whole bunch of dudes. Well, I mean, if it was for business purposes, like for the show.
Sounds like
But I'm saying if like we were just chilling, like I wouldn't be in here with a whole bunch of dudes unless they were, gay. But even still, I'd be like, okay, well y'all have y'all's fun. I'm gonna leave because I don't need to be here with a whole bunch of men. Because the outside don't know that all y'all that way, so I don't need nobody saying nothing about me. But yeah, I just don't. I don't know. Like, did you have a lot of? Well, you're a guy, so it doesn't matter.
I have both, but
I do have both. I have girlfriends and I have guy friends, but what I hung out with more because.
But see, I don't like the word friend and calling everybody friend. Like I could be friendly with you, but I like my circle small. Like I don't like a whole.
Oh yeah, like I said, I don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I can hang out around.
Yeah, I can hang out with a lot of different people, but like as far as like, ooh, no. But she was saying that, Ashley was the type of chick that, she was always around. So she was like, because when she said like a cousin or like a cousin or sister, like I remember like my cousin, because I have a huge family, so my cousins that were female used to hang around us until like the rest of, or they say, oh, I'm finna go over here with her, or hey girl, da. But initially, like, they start off around us, this and that, so I was like, I can understand why you thought that. But she was like, it just felt weird. And then, she's a sport, Ashley's like a sporty type of girl, so she plays sports and this and that, so I'm guessing, like, she relate to David on that level, so to speak. But, Nikki was like, I didn't think nothing about it, but she was like, when I was just the smash partner turned girlfriend, before wifey, she was like, and she told me, she was like, I didn't ever think that me and David would be at this point, but she was like, I was just living in the moment, and if something comes up, something comes up, but at that particular time, like, that's what we did, we had sex, and then, it turned to something else, it got a little bit more serious, but she was like, certain things, like, when she was just like the girlfriend, like, it wasn't like anything like lines drawn and like that's just your friend, but now as being the wife, things are completely different now because I am the wife. And I was like, well, yeah, and that's what made me bring that up, because it's like, okay, is it a difference if you're just a girlfriend and it's a friend versus it being that, now you're the wife and they have the...
Again, I just want to know if she's our friend or if she... Because if you've known her to be there or be around ever since...
And that's what I was asking. I was like, have y'all ever... And she said, that's the thing. She was like, she said, I really feel like I'm going to have a sit down with Ashley, because she was like, she was like, and now, they got a baby too now. The baby little. But, like, if that's going to be Auntie Ashley, like, or whatever, like, girl, and that's fine, girl. You can babysit, whatever. But me and you need to develop some type of bond, and that's Nikki's whole thing. Like, she's like, I done asked the girl, like, let's go here, let's go get our nails done on me. Like, just... And she was like, she always seems to, like, turn me down. Like, in a roundabout way.
See, this is now when I'm like, okay, maybe they have done something, and maybe something...
And maybe she feels some type of way that she's not the wife, but Nikki's the wife. You see what I'm saying? But I'm going to have to segue, because I want everybody to marinate on that. When we say being friends, is there a window where you're friend zoned and you don't know it? Because maybe Ashley's intention, like, I could be cool with David, you know what I'm saying? I could be cool with him, but, oh my God, like, he cool, like, I like him or whatever like that, but if it's so much time that has went by, you know what I'm saying, you eventually going to be in a friend zone and not know it for certain people. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay... I don't be wanting to tell our stories like
to our lives.
Okay, like, okay. If
we're gonna have to do a lot more of this before when we start getting. So we gotta tell our stories. So just don't say names.
Okay, if you and a certain person, like y'all friends,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all ain't did nothing, and y'all ain't did nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
I'm trying to figure out who you're talking about.
You gonna catch it once I keep talking.
Okay.
So you and this guy, y'all are
Mm-hmm.
friends,
Mm-hmm.
and that's pretty much how y'all started off. Like, everybody was like, when you first realized who he was, you was like, oh my God, he cool, he's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I got his number, and then everybody like, oh my God, you like him. And then you was like, it's not about liking him in that sense. It's just like, he cool. Like, I like talking to him. Like, his energy, blase, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, other men who was in your life, they had a problem with this person, even though y'all ain't really did nothing. Like, y'all cool. That's your friend. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But is there a window? Like, okay, what if that guy, he was cool with just being a homie, or, I'm homie with Keeks. That's all it is, this and that. But he never expressed to you, like, we need to be something. Like, and I'm kind of exaggerating this and not really giving the whole tea.
Because you don't want to tell.
Yes. So if he never expressed to you, like, hey, like, we should take this to another level, right? If he never said that, but he still do stuff that make you think, like, like, so you confusing me. You know what I'm saying? But y'all are still cool. Like, y'all ain't did nothing. Like, is there like a opportunity where that opportunity can close? And then
what opportunity though?
To be more than friends.
Yeah, when you get in a relationship. So if we're using us as examples,
Mm-hmm.
if I get into a relationship with said guy, I can't. That whole feeling of like you and I having a chance, if you ever even had it and you didn't express it, and now you want to, it can't happen because I'm in a relationship.
Right, and I get that part, but even before you get in a relationship, is there like a time where you don't even look at them in that way anymore? You see what I'm saying?
I think once you actually hung out with the person and you figure out how the person is with certain things, that's when you're like, you're not boyfriend material, or you're not boyfriend material necessarily for me. That's when my window would close, because
right, but certain people, certain people, like, okay, for me, I'm gonna just put myself out there. I was cool with someone and
trying to use me, and you can explain it better with you. That's why. Just go ahead.
I'm just saying. Okay, so it was this guy, and his name is Mike, and that's his real name. It's Mike. So Mike, whatever.
Okay, keep
So,
going. Okay.
Mike, Mike was cool. Like, it wasn't, and that's another thing. Like, I'm not like this lustful person. Like, I don't lead by meeting people based upon like, oh, am I sexually attracted to them? Like, if I meet somebody, I just meet somebody. You know what I'm saying? But either way it go. So Mike, Mike seemed like he was cool, this and that, whatever, and he like we did like a lot together, like, but like at first in my mind I was like, why he cute, you know? But then I'm like they never really express nothing. I'm just gonna leave him alone. But then after a month go by, okay, 2 months go by, okay, 3 months go by. Now I'm just looking at you strictly as a friend, like, but
I'm tired of thinking about what it could
right.
be.
But now you come to me like after 6 months and saying, "Oh, I really like you. I'm feeling you."
Then that's when you ask, when did you decide this? Because.
And that's what I was like, well, when he's like, I always, okay, but still.
Why didn't you say anything?
You didn't say anything, and like that window closed a long time ago. Like that's gone. Like I don't look at you like that. Like, yeah, you literally just look like my friend. Like I don't like that part of my brain is literally gone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like Ashley, maybe she was like that. Like, oh my God, David fine, David this, David that, and I'ma just play my position, and then maybe one day, you know, we'll get to the point where we can talk about that, this and that, and the third. Or it may not even been initially when she met him. It might have been a month after the fact, and she was like, "Say he'll be a good boyfriend," you know, like that. But she's like, "I ain't gonna look thirsty, or I ain't gonna this and that," which that goes back to communication. But anyway. You know, I ain't gonna look thirsty, this and that, but, you know, she missed her opportunity because if she would have said that, you know, before he met Nikki, then maybe, girl, you probably been at the altar. You know what I'm saying? In your white dress. But you wasn't because you didn't say nothing. So that's what I was trying to bring up to Nikki. That could be a dynamic. Some people don't have an intent. Men and women may not have an intention of being friends, right? They may not have that intention, but it's just something that happened. And now you're friend zoned and you don't even realize it. Like, I feel like I feel like we need to like really do our research to figure out what is that window, because I feel like
because it changes for everybody.
It changes for everybody, but like it gotta be like some type of.
I can't put a number or a time frame on it because you just don't know. You don't know. Like you really don't know. You could be sitting with that person for like the first month, and you could be going through this phase of like, he could be, I don't know. He just did that, so I don't think I want. And he could be, and then the next month you're like, okay, I'm done. He ain't saying nothing, so I should just leave it alone. And then it comes down to like everybody being really selfish too. Like they don't want to get their, you don't want to get your feeling hurt. I don't want to get my feelings hurt. So we just not gonna say nothing to each other. And that's probably what happened in your case with Michael. Or I always call everybody by their first name. Mike, you're right. That's probably what happened with you and Mike. He probably just wanted to wait around and see what you was gonna do. But here's my thing. Okay? If you're the suitor, meaning if you're the person who approached thee, then you need to be the person who ignites or initiates the whole conversation of us even thinking about being somebody, right?
But what if it didn't happen like that?
Being something.
But what if it didn't happen like that?
What do you mean? What if it didn't happen like that?
Like, okay.
I'm saying
what if you work somewhere? Like, what if you? Okay. What if you were what if you were in a play, and it was a guy, and this character y'all don't even have no scenes together. Y'all ain't got no lines together. But you know, y'all maybe it was like a table read or something like that where y'all had to be in the same room, and y'all just sat there and y'all were cracking jokes, so it wasn't like he just approached you. It just so happened he kind of sat by you and y'all had conversation.
He's still the suitor. He still approached me about being attractive to him. You see what I'm saying? There's always gonna be a one
that
person that's like,
person.
that like initiates it. Like, even if you want to say it's mutual or whatever, there's always someone who initiates it, who says, hey, who starts it, right? There's always someone who presses the start button. It's not I don't know, maybe there's a 50%, I wouldn't even give that much. I'll give it that much. Maybe there's a 50% chance that like we both walk up to each other and we're like, hey, we're like, I like you at the same time. But how many times have you heard that happen?
Yeah.
Not a lot. Lifetime movie, Hallmark movie, but not in real life. In real life, somebody is like, what are we doing? Or somebody's like, guess what? I think you're really cool and I want to like, go further with this. Or
usually they don't do it. It's via text.
Well, or I'm just saying, like somebody initiates. I don't know why I want to say ignite my fire.
I like the ignite.
Somebody starts the fire, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody comes up to, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like a, hey, Trey, how you doing? Like, I just wanted to talk to you. No, it could simply be like, it could be a whole group of folk here. You could be on that end, and I could be on that end of the couch. And,
and somebody got up from where
something, or like, even if they were all still here, like, me and you could be passing jokes back and forth, but sooner or later, you're gonna be like, oh, well, that was a shot. Like maybe she's trying to be like,
yeah.
So then sooner or later, we're gonna start passing eyes, or hey, you gonna what they say in Bring It On? Y'all gonna do some of this. You gonna do some of this. Somebody initiates it first.
Okay.
That's how I feel. Again, it hasn't ever been done in my life to where I come up to you and you come up to me at the same time and we're like, I like you. Let's talk. It's always like, hey, Keeks, so, and that's why I feel like, let's just be, like, even if it's just a, hey, can we just be cool? Like, you want to go hiking real quick? Like, like, you super cool. Like, let's just go hike. And I'm like, yeah, cool. So we do this for like a month, right?
We hike.
At some point, I need to say like, well, the reason why I approached you, if I like you, right? It doesn't always have to turn out to be a relationship. This is if I actually want to do something in the end. That way we don't get 3 years later down the line.
But see, sometimes
and I'm like, I used to like you and I should have told you a long time. No. But I need to say something to you.
I'm the type of person, and I think I do this when I guess when I like the person, but even though they approach me, like that hike scenario, like I've probably been the person that stopped them and like, why did you come to me that day and say let's go hiking? Like, what's up with that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't always have to turn out to be like a relationship. It could just be on some like, we're just going as friends. Like that's why I was saying it the way I was saying it. Like, oh, you're just super cool. Like, I just want to hang out with you and like see what you about. Like, we could honestly just be friends. Like, you could be in my friend circle. I'm interested in knowing the person and human being that you are. So let's just go hang out. Like, let's just go. But I feel like if my intention is to do that with you and to talk to you in that way, at some point on that mountain, we're going to start talking about who's single and who's not.
Yeah.
At some point on that mountain, we're going to talk about what you like and what I like. At some point on this mountain, we're going to start talking about dislikes and turn-ons and turn-offs. Are we not?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when you find out, okay, he might be trying to go to
the next level.
I'm trying to talk to you versus
friend.
Right. Because a friendly conversation is, so do you like Smoothie King or like what's da, 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 da? And you can always hear it. You can hear it in somebody's voice when they're trying to talk to you.
What is it?
They get real slow.
They
be getting a little deep. Like, oh, okay, I see you. I know what you do. Okay, so you like to do that, huh? I know you done heard it before.
I have.
I know. That's how you know. You wasn't trying to be my friend. You was trying to go into the relationshipery.
You was trying to go in the room.
You was trying to come over to the house after this hike.
After the hike.
Oh, what you wanted to go eat, and then when we go eat, if you feel it when you get back to the car too after the hike. It'd be like, so what you
about to do?
It's that so.
What you want to do?
So what you doing?
What we doing?
That. Will you hear that? Because a friendly conversation would be, you want to go? You want to go get something to eat? I'm hungry. Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. Like, let's go get something to eat. And it's just gonna be platonic from then. Like, that's what it's gonna be.
Let's go to the mall. Let's go.
That's what it's gonna be. Like, it's platonic. It's friendly. It's like you hear people's intentions. Like, read it between the lines, y'all. Like, that's why the more and more information, y'all. We went on a super tangent, but the more and more information, I'm trying to bring it all back to the
friends. Women and men.
Even going back to your story, that's why the more and more information you gave me about their situation, it was like, something ain't right.
But see, I asked Nikki too. I asked her, I was like, you know, I always, one of my best friends always tells me to try to put yourself in someone else's shoes. So I asked her, I was like, you know, have you ever been in that situation where, you know, you had a guy that he was just strictly a friend, you know, he was straight as well or whatever, like, you know, and she told me yes, but she said it always ended like he really wasn't trying to be my friend, like he was just trying to smash. And I was like, well, why and that was my other thing, like, why you gotta lie?
So the only reason why I feel like Ashley didn't come to the wedding is because
she wanted to be Nikki. That's what I feel like. That,
or like, here's my thing. I always ask my guy friends or my exes that I'm still cool with, I'm like, you can come to my wedding, like, I don't care. Like, me and you have done whatever we've done,
and I think it's cool.
It's like, bye. Like, we're good.
Like I'm not gonna.
You shouldn't have any animosity. I don't have any animosity towards you. Like, if you want to come, enjoy. Like, you're not messy. I'm not messy. Like, let's do it. If you don't decide to come, you don't decide to come. But in some form or fashion, in some other world, to another person, or maybe even to me, like, it kind of adds up to me. Like, if I told you that I really wanted you to be there for me and be at the wedding, okay, they're two different type of people, right? There's people who are like, sure, I'll come, and da-da-da-da. And then there's another type. Those are the type that are like, I'm going to be uncomfortable. Why would I come to your wedding? Like, I know that, you know, we're exes or whatever, or I know that we're just cool, but like, I don't want to disrespect nobody, even though nothing ever how are you disrespecting? There are people who just feel like exes shouldn't come to the wedding, or the guy friend shouldn't come to the wedding. But me, I'm like, I don't care.
But she said that she got her address, and she said I sent her the invitation.
Yeah, come on, girl. Like, but to me, if you don't show up, I'm gonna be like, oh, you felt some type of way.
Right.
You didn't want to.
But see, I ain't gonna never.
Especially if I ask you and I wanted you there and you didn't come, that's when I know, like, you didn't want to see that. And I've had people tell me, like, I don't want to see you get married to somebody else.
Okay.
Well, you didn't do what you're supposed to do, so. Or if you're a friend, it's like, I don't want to see you get married to somebody else. But I'm like,
wow.
Well, you're a friend to me, so I don't know why you don't want to see me get a, do you like me? And that's probably what happened to Ashley and David. I was just David in that situation.
You
like,
do
you like me? Because if you do, now it's a little late. Weddings in 1 hour. But
right. But I feel you, because I would be the same exact way. Now, I'm not getting married.
I'm not either anytime soon.
No. I already came to the conclusion that I don't want to get married.
No, I wanted to be the best. I'm hurt.
That's another
I'll tell y'all something. It is, because I'm telling y'all what this man don't want to do in his life. And y'all gonna be like,
yeah. Right at this very moment, like, I want to be in a relationship or whatever like that, but I don't want to be married.
Wish very carefully. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm just saying because I feel like marriage is not. It's To me, it's
in these
really,
days and in these
people
ages.
don't care. Like, it ain't.
But see, like, you're not finna have no baby with. Okay, if he does have a child, it's gonna be with me or his other best friend. We've already established this. Okay. But he can get old and decide like I want kids at 50 and adopt.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, you can adopt.
I mean, miracles happen. So I may be blessed to have children up until 50. You know, I won't know until we get there.
Janet.
See? And, you know.
Her birthday was yesterday.
It was. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Miss Jackson.
Got red light district
Okay,
next week. Anyway.
But no, so I feel you because
it wouldn't matter if your ex or best friends came.
Because I invite them all. Come on, come one, come all.
Big party. That's why we want
because
there.
I feel like I'm on a different type of maturity mentally where like.
So you said mentality, but you broke it down.
I did. Like I would. In any setting, like I feel like now back when I probably would feel like I'm not gonna say nothing to you, like I don't want to speak to you, but like now, like hey, how you doing? How the baby? How the mama? How everybody? You know, like, and I feel like at the wedding, like I'm gonna mix and mingle. It's a sea of whoever the person I'm married. Bring all them. Everybody who supports us and that loves us, and let everybody be a part of this union. That's what it's for. You know, it shouldn't be no hatred in the room. So I'm married now. You know, I bring on it. I talked to Nikki. Nikki told me, you know, she's been in that situation, and Nikki is a believer that. Nikki is a strong believer that guys and women and men cannot be friends. She just feels that way. She just feels that it can't happen. And a lot of people, that's why I want to talk about it, because a lot of people feel like it can't happen unless the sexual orientation is different.
I think people think that it can't happen like long distance relationships. Like they feel like it just doesn't work.
I mean, so some people do. But
that's what I'm saying. For some people it does. And that's the same as it goes for men and women. Some people can be friends and some people can't.
With that, it's just another situation. But I just feel like with long distance stuff, that's because you have to put the financial aspect in it. Because if you think about it, most celebrities are in a long distance relationship.
Most people think about people who are in the military. Like
that's a long distance relationship.
We'll get into that at another date and another time. But
jail is a long distance relationship.
We'll get into it. But for now, the TOT, the topic of the day, dealing with can men and women be friends platonically. I vote yes.
I'm on the fence.
Oh my gosh. Hey, it's a game. It's time to vote. It's time to vote.
You say yes, I'm gonna say no.
Fine. And there it is.
And there it is.
We've kind of explained our whys. I just think my
story.
personality is like beyond this world, and I hate saying I don't care, but like I use that a lot. I'm just.
There's nothing wrong with don't caring.
I want the whole entire world to just live. Just live. Just live and let live. Like, be you. Be a Christian. Be a Jewish. Be gay. Be da 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 da. Because guess what? I came in alone. I'm gonna go out alone. I cannot judge the next person, and I hope that the next person doesn't judge me. So, yeah, I don't mind. I could be somebody's friend. Because at the end of the day, I have my blind moments anyway. I probably won't know you like me for a good. I ain't gonna catch the signs because I overanalyze everything. So I'm probably going through a whole thing myself of like, does he like me? He doesn't like me. No, he doesn't. But he did. But he did that. You know, it's. I don't know. But I vote yes. He votes no. And I think that's all the time that we have here because it looks like the camera's about to die. So, If you want to stay tuned with us and stay in contact with us, please go to our Instagram, our IG, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. It's cute or whatever, at the Lit Room Podcast. And then our YouTube is The Lit Room.
The Lit Room, which
Yes.
you're already watching the YouTube, right?
You don't know what they're watching.
They're watching YouTube. This is YouTube.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us. Thank you to our sponsors.
Thank you.
Thank you to our Lit fam. Y'all have been awesome, and thank you for supporting us. And what we say? Stay lit.
They lit.